Dalton and Veronica got up early the next morning to take a walk to Lake Serenity. What a beautiful afternoon it is, isn't it? It is. The warm summer breeze massages my skin as I look at the placid waters of Lake Serenity, finding meaning and significance in nature and love and destiny in the cosmos. Would you like to take a walk around town? Sure. Dalton and Veronica drove into town. Look, Dalton, they are showing the original Heathers as a matinee at the Dream Love Theater. Look, it's an enhanced version of the movie. It's titled Heathers Seen by the Eyes of Love. They walk up to the ticket booth to purchase their tickets. They find Mike Meyer at the ticket booth. That's correct. The movie is titled Heathers Seen by the Eyes of Love because it's not only a film, it is a film not containing not only the movie itself, but the movie being watched by me at home. On the movie screen, you see the movie itself and me, Mike Meyer, at home watching the movie on a rented video on my television. You see the expressions on my face that convey the emotions that I felt during each scene of the movie. When you look at my eyes during a particular scene, my emotions and my notions relating to that scene can be gleaned by observation. The exact moment that I fell in love with Winona Ryder watching Heathers on video at home can be seen in my eyes. So you're not only seeing the movie itself, but you're watching me watching the movie and getting a sense of the emotions that the movie inspired in me and how my love for Winona Ryder was brought to life by the movie. Give us 2 tickets for it. Sure. Dalton and Veronica are sitting in the movie theater in a love embrace, watching Heather Seen by the Eyes of Love. They can clearly see the moment that Mike Meyer fell in love with Winona Ryder by the look on his face as he's watching the movie. It seems to be such a transcendent moment for him that he has a new perspective on life, and the sublime beauty of merely being alive as a human being is given the profound meaning and significance that is bestowed upon immortal human beings. They walk out of the movie theater on a beautiful sunlit moon and do a beautiful moonlight evening. All of a sudden, as I am writing Heather's 2 at home in Park Ridge, Illinois, I look out the window and see Winona Ryder in a baby blue Porsche in front of my townhouse. She's looking at me through the window and starts honking. I run out of the townhouse to greet her. Winona, is that you? Winona Ryder? It sure is. Winona Ryder in the flesh. This is amazing. I was just sitting inside my townhouse writing a scene for Heathers 2 when I saw you outside in your car. By the way, that's exactly the cover of my script for Heathers 2. That's the baby blue Porsche with brown leather interior, exactly as I imagine it for my story. I know, I've been driving it around in Heathers 2. You've been driving it around in Heathers 2? Yeah, your writing is so powerful that I've been projected into the realm where Heathers 2 exists. There, I met the character that I put in archetypal existence, Veronica Sawyer. I'm driving her car. I drove it out of that realm into reality. You feel like going for a ride? Sure, but this is Veronica Sawyer's car. If she finds out that I have it, she'll be angry. Why don't you just drive her for a while and then bring it back? Sure. Do you want to drive to Petaluma, California, the town where I grew up? Sure. Let's go. Mike gets in the car and they go on to Route 66 to California. I love this car. The brown leather seating is so comfortable and the sound system of the car is so good. I'm so excited to see your town where you grew up, Winona. Thanks. I've been wandering around the realm where Heathers 2 takes place. I like what you've been writing. I look forward to seeing what comes next. Yeah, I've been writing a script for years. It's really a continuing saga of the film. I enjoy writing it so much, I don't want to bring it to a conclusion. If we make the film, we can edit a lot of it out and keeping in the best parts and working them into a narrative. Um, the parts that don't make it to the film could still exist as an extension to the movie. That's exactly what I was thinking. So nice to be cruising around Route 66 with you. I wait to show you the town where I grew up. I can't wait to see it. They continue to drive along Route 66, seeing many sights in mid-America, such as small towns and farms. They finally get to California. They take a long drive to northern California to Petaluma. They are driving through Petaluma. Oh, this is such a charming town. The people look so pleasant. There's such nice-looking stores and houses here. It was a great town to grow up in. I did have some problems with some other students in high school, so I was homeschooled. I went out to the American Conservatory Theater, known as ACT or ACT, where I acquired a love of acting and met people of my kind who were also very artistic and loved acting. I've read all of that and much more. It infuriates me to hear that you were bullied at Petaluma High School. You are a beautiful goddess. I've gotten over it. Let's not talk about that now. I want to help you get back at them. Don't worry about it for now. All of a sudden, they see Veronica Sawyer from Heather's 2 walking along on a sidewalk in Petaluma. Look, it's Veronica Sawyer from Heather's 2. It's here. Veronica Sawyer walks up to the car. Oh, there you are. I was wondering where my car was. I'm sorry, Veronica. I just wanted to borrow it to show Mike the town where I grew up in. Give it back, Winona. Can I have it just for a few more days, Veronica? Mike and I are having so much fun with it. No, Winona, give it back. I want my car back. Please, I want it for a few more days. Give it back. With that, Winona ignores Veronica and drives off at a frantic pace with Mike. Out of town, heads for Los Angeles. We better get the fuck out of here. Yeah. Veronica Sawyer hails a cab and asks the crazy cab driver to chase after Mike and Winona, which he does. This is fucking wild. We were being chased by Veronica Sawyer. Mike Meyer and Winona Ryder are being chased in Veronica Sawyer's car from the realm where Heather's 2 takes place in reality by Veronica Sawyer in a taxi. It sure is. Can you write Veronica back into the realm where Heather's 2 takes place? Yeah, but isn't it kind of fun being chased by her? Yeah. Let's let it go on for a while. I think we ditched her. Oh, here we are in Los Angeles. Do you want to take a walk around and enjoy the town? Sure. They got out of the car and walked around. They had a wonderful evening. Mike and Winona are walking around Los Angeles in the evening, admiring some of the sights. Wow, Winona. Los Angeles in the evening. I love how the city really lights up in the evening. Yeah, Los Angeles in the evening is such a uh, a beautiful sight, I guess. People indigenous to the land and people new to it. The combination of native people here and people who are new to this place, or just passing through it, is something that gives a person notions of transcendent possibilities. I agree with that. I wonder where Veronica Sawyer is. This place must really seem foreign to her. She's a character in the movie Heathers too. And and is suspended here in Los Angeles. In reality. Let's let her roam around here in reality for a while. It's kind of fun trying to guess where she is. Also, I'm really enjoying her car. I'm really enjoying the car that we stole from her. Aren't you? Well, yeah. Yeah, I agree. Isn't it beautiful here in the evening? Yes. It is beautiful here in the evening. Even just to wander around here in the evening alone would be a sublimely pleasurable experience. A person can get to know him or herself on a transcendent level and find his or her place along the time-space continuum within the soul of humankind. To be here with you in the evening is a feeling of such profound pleasure that it gives meaning and significance to the aforementioned. I agree. Let's kiss. Sure. They kissed and they went to bed together. They got up the next morning and had a wonderful afternoon. The evening arrived and Mike and Winona drove into downtown Los Angeles in Veronica's car. They start talking. It's so nice to be with you, Winona. What I really like is how I have access to you as the character Veronica Sawyer. As an archetype, whenever I watch Heathers, and you in person when I'm with you. As a matter of fact, whenever I watch any of your movies, I feel that union of souls with you on a profound level. Those are different aspects of my love for you. Um, there's a love that I feel for you. When I'm either alone thinking about you, or watching a movie of yours. The love I feel for you when I'm alone is a love that I can enjoy in the most idealistic fashion, and yet empty fashion, as it is a love that I control. The love I feel for you when I'm with you is a love that must be validated by the return of your love for me. In that sense, it is out of my control and yet is unconditional. I hereby validate my love. Winona, that makes me so profoundly happy. Me too. Winona, yes, what is it, Mike? We have to stick together. Together we are immortal. Immortal? Yes, immortal. You are the enchantress of the sea. You are my destiny. When I make love to you on the beach by the ocean, we shall both become immortal. That is the power of our love. That's beautiful. Can you describe immortality? It will be a union of souls. It'll be a union of our souls in a place so beautiful and so full of pleasure that it can only be experienced by transcendent souls that have discovered the light of knowledge and eternity. Wonderful. Look out the window. Hey, look out the window. It's Veronica Sawyer, Cato from Planet Jatigy. What would she be doing with Candle? Veronica's been developing a relationship with Cando. Is heartbroken over losing Isidorax. And Veronica's been trying to console him. Oh, look, it's Isidorax with another alien. It's going to be interesting to hear what you write next. I can't wait to make love to you, Winona. For now, would you like to take a walk along the ocean? Sure. Mike and Winona walked along the Pacific Ocean. They had a wonderful evening. They slept on the beach in the moonlight that evening, lying here on the beach with you is a sublime pleasure. Sure is. The night sky is full of stars tonight. We really have a beautiful vantage point from which to gaze upon distant other worlds. Yeah, I'm looking at the twinkling stars and imagining what might be going on around them. And if it is possible that some of these star systems have planets in their orbit that are habitable for sentient life. I've got something to tell you. I happen to know that there are planets out there habitable for sentient life. How do you know that? I know that because I met two aliens as a matter of fact. Kando and Isidorax from Planet Jonahue are based on two aliens that I met. I find that very difficult to believe. I'm not ruling out the possibility of life on other planets, but astrophysicists have not given us much evidence to conclude that there are many planets out there habitable for sentient life. Why do you find that so hard to believe? You've seen you've seen characters that I've written into archetypal fiction suddenly appear here in concrete reality. There are many other astounding possibilities to be seen on the continuum that it interfaces fiction with reality. There's a continuum that interfaces fiction with reality? Yes, there is. On the continuum that interfaces fiction with reality, fiction can be reality and reality can be fiction. Some realities take place, some realities that take place here, and what we are assuming is the real reality, were born out of abstractions, drawn out of fictions that are themselves the real realities and not the real realities. The real realities, that's a deep concept. Exactly, the real realities. Paradoxically, fictions are realities and realities are fictions. They interface on a continuum. You give me a lot to think about. You give me a lot of new stuff to think about. Right now, the only thing I want to think about is making love to you, Winona. Beneath the summer moon, along the tides of late June. Sure. Michael and Winona made love and had a wonderful evening, had a wonderful night. They get up the next. They get up to a beautiful morning when they when they get up. They noticed that the baby blue Porsche was gone. They'd slept on the beach that night and parked the car in a parking lot nearby. Upon waking up, they saw that the car was gone. The car is gone. I noticed that. We have two problems now. The first problem we have is that the car that I borrowed from Veronica Sawyer without her consent, without her consent, has been stolen. The second problem we have is being stuck in Los Angeles. We don't have enough money to get home. This is not a bad place to be stuck, Winona. I'd love to be stuck here with you on the beach every night and make love to you beneath the stars. That's all fine and dandy. But what the fuck are we going to eat? It's never too late to go cannibal. Cannibal. I'm not going cannibal. You'd be surprised what people are willing to eat in desperate situations. First of all, you have to have a dead body to cannibalize before you can even consider going cannibal. I'm not suggesting that we kill anybody, just that we look around for murder victims or maybe even dig up a few corpses from the local cemetery. Are you for real? Are you the man who I thought I knew? I'm not a cannibal yet. I was just saying that I'm considering going cannibal. Think you know a person? I'm totally kidding. I would never go cannibal. I guess I deviated the conversation in some pretty dark humor. Let's bring it back into the light of the eternal, where enlightened souls feel the immortal glow of a heightened feeling of love removed from earthly hatred and pain. Let's wander through that labyrinthine realm of unearthly pleasure. That sounds like a plan. Seriously speaking, what do we do now? Maybe we'll have to hitchhike home. For now, we have enough money for food, and we can sleep on the beach. That's great. Let's implement that plan. Sure, Michael and Winona made love again that night beneath the beautiful June evening sky. They had a wonderful evening. They got up the next morning and went to a local breakfast place called Mindy's Pancake Eatery. They walk inside and find a table by a window looking out on Rodeo Drive. Wow, Winona, here we are at the swanky pancake eatery on Rodeo Drive. Yeah, isn't it wonderful? It's a great place to people watch. Yeah, if you like to watch rich people climb into their Porsches and Lamborghinis and drive off to find new forms of exquisite pleasure. What forms of what new forms of exquisite pleasure are there to be found? My point exactly, none. Money is wonderful, but the most profound and exquisite pleasure a person can have is being truly in love with the person that you are predestined to be with for eternity. Yeah, but money is nice to have, isn't it? Sure is. I'm not denying that. Oh, here comes our waitress. A big fat waitress named Maud comes to the table. Hi, I'm Maud. Hi, Maud. Hi. Do you have anything else to say? What else would I have to say? You're a fucking waitress. You're supposed to ask us what we'd like to eat here at the restaurant you work in as an employee. Where did you get that? I'm not a waitress. You're not a waitress? You sure look like a waitress. You dress like a waitress. You're giving me so many reasons to believe that you're a waitress. And yet I'm not a waitress. Usually, when a woman comes up to the table in the restaurant where I'm seated, dressed up in an apron, it's a waitress. I'm not a waitress. What are you? That depends. I'm either a friend or an enemy. Beware my wrath. Bye. With that, Maud walked out of the front door of the restaurant into a beastly hot Los Angeles morning. What the fuck was that? I think it was probably just some crazy lady. Let's just eat. Sure. Michael and Winona ate breakfast. They walked around town and had a wonderful morning. Michael and Winona slept on the beach that evening in a lover's embrace, calmed by the waves of an ocean that glistened in the moonlight and brought roaring waves that harmonized with the eternal soul to the shore. They got up the next morning and decided to go for a walk on the beach along the ocean. What's with the lady at the diner? I don't know. That was some strange woman. Yeah, she seemed to be posing as a waitress. I don't know who would pose as a waitress only to reveal themselves to be some strange lady. Yeah, it really is bizarre. It's such a beautiful day. I just want to look into your beautiful brown eyes. As I feel the sea breeze on my skin. Let me just look deep into your eyes. Sure. I don't want to talk right now. I just want to stare deep into your eyes and feel a deep connection to your soul. I want to get inside your soul and feel the tantalizing beauty of a soul that was brought into existence to feel my soul as we wander through fields of never seen beauty and never before felt pleasures that transcend physical pleasures. Like look deep into Winona's beautiful eyes for an hour that beautiful morning. That's how I know you were meant for me. It's in your eyes. I agree. Mike and Winona had a wonderful afternoon. Mike and Winona went for a walk that afternoon along the ocean. In the distance, they saw a ship in the ocean. They saw what appeared to be Veronica Sawyer and JD from Heather's in a love embrace kissing on the ship. Do you see JD and Veronica Sawyer on that ship? I see them. Dalton Donner is not going to be happy about this. JD seems to be having an affair with Veronica Sawyer here in reality. I've got to make sure that Dalton Donner gets Veronica Sawyer. I'm the person who put Dalton Donner into archetypal existence. You had me in real life. I know that, Winona. But I want you in fiction too. I want the real life Winona Ryder and the fictional Veronica Sawyer. That's profound. I think you'll have them both. I'm determined to. All of a sudden, they see a speedboat pull up beside the ship. In it is Dalton Donner. As Veronica Sawyer is kissing JD, she pickpockets his wallet and quickly climbs down a rope ladder and into the speedboat with Dalton Donner. They cruise off at a high speed in the speedboat with cool sunglasses and huge smiles on their faces. Did you see that? Yeah, I saw it. Veronica Sawyer stole JD's wallet and cruised off in a speedboat with Dalton Donner. I wonder where they're going. I don't know. I'm just happy to see them back together. I love the cool sunglasses they had on and the smiles on their faces. I like their cool sunglasses and smiles too. It's so cool. It is so cool. When I see a couple with cool sunglasses and smiles, I feel a sense of unmitigated coolness that permeates my soul and takes me to a place of immortal pleasure, wherein the only law of a ruling class of cool people is that the utmost standards of coolness are upheld to keep society in a state of cool bliss. Forever shall they cruise down Route 66 in a Chevy Corvette with James Dean in the driver's seat under a sky of unlimited possibilities with cool sunglasses and smiles on their faces. That's so cool. Mike and Winona slept on the beach that night under a sky of serene wonderment whose crescent moon peeked in and out of the clouds and seemed to observe them making love. They had a wonderful evening. They got up the next morning and went to breakfast. And went to a breakfast place called The Breakfast Place on Rodeo Drive. A waitress named Penelope took their order. Hi, welcome to the breakfast place. How can I help you? Penelope, I noticed that the tables in here are levitating. Penelope, I noticed that the tables in here levitate. This table, for example, is levitating about 4 feet off the ground. Why is that? That's in celebration of the 50th anniversary of The Exorcist and the Exorcist sequel that is going to be released. That's very intriguing. But how were you able to accomplish that? Through a reverse gravity propagation thrust capacitor that was designed by engineers at NASA. As a matter of fact, each person who eats at this restaurant shall be possessed by the devil. Temporarily, and then exercised by me before they leave. This includes you. This includes me. I don't want to be fucking possessed by the fucking devil. I just want to enjoy some delicious pancakes and coffee with Winona and then enjoy a beautiful summer day in Los Angeles. That's too bad. You must first be possessed by the devil and then exorcised by me. And that, I mean, be exorcised before you leave for the day. Another hesitation I have about this is that you are a fucking waitress. Since when do waitresses exorcise people? In Los Angeles? There are waitresses who are also exorcists. They call them waitresses. It's a job requirement. To be a waitressist or a waitress that performs exorcisms, you must learn how to exorcise people. You must, be practicing the art of exorcism. All of a sudden, Mike and Winona sitting in their levitating chairs become possessed by the devil. Their heads rotate 360 degrees and they spew out green stuff that resembles pea soup out of their mouths. Long live Satan! Beelzebubba is the dark knight who shall conquer the world. Beelzebubba. That's the title of a Dead Milkmen album. I know, I couldn't resist. You weren't really possessed by the devil? No, Penelope. It didn't work on us. We've conquered the devil. Okay. I'll let your table stop levitating. Now, what would you like for breakfast? What'll it be for breakfast? I'll have the Paradise pancakes and Mountain Morning coffee. And for you, Winona, I'll have the Paradise crepes and Mountain Morning coffee. Coming right up. So, Winona, I'm excited about the release of Beetlejuice 2. Oh, great. Yeah, I'm happy about that. You're excited about it? I'm happy that you're excited about it. That being said, what I think would be even more exciting, and let's face it, Winona, I think what you really like, what your favorite personal favorite of your own movies is obviously Heather's, right? It's not Beetlejuice. I love Beetlejuice, and so do you, I think. But Heather's, that's your best movie. You should make a Heather's too, huh? It's probably just harder to get that movie made, isn't it? Anyways, because Beetlejuice is more of a cash cow. But anyways, you should really work on trying to get others too, mate. I really think so. Fuck yeah, it'd be great. Okay. Anyways, believe me, I agree. I think that's the best movie I ever made. Such a classic. I like how it's gained fame as a cult film. I remember watching it when I lived in Chicago in 2015 and really enjoying the bonus features after where cast members were interviewed about the process of and the experiences relating to making the movie. When the prospect of making Heather's 2 was raised, and you said that you would love to, from that moment on, I was truly inspired to write Heather's 2 and try to get it produced with you and I as the main characters. Um, I think it would be outstanding. Let's go for a walk. Sure. Mike Winona went for a walk on that Los Angeles morning.